This is the story about a pig named Dale. Come on out, Dale. Oh, Dale, don't be shy. Attaboy. You see, Dale really is a good pig, but he's a little timid. He likes his life on the farm. He loves long walks, feeling the warm grass under his cloven feet and the air as it rustles past his ears and little piggy tail. He likes those kind of things, but he isn't very much like school. Dale attends Bay Hale Elementary with the rest of his same-age farm friends. Last year, Dale was in 2nd grade. Dale's teacher, Mr. Radish, didn't quite know how to help Dale. See, Dale wasn't the kind of student to raise his hand in class and offer answers. Mr. Radish assumed that was because Dale was lazy and needed to be pushed harder. Therefore, he'd call on Dale repeatedly each day for answers to various questions. This made Dale feel very uncomfortable. And it was hard for him to realize he didn't have all the answers. And he couldn't think of them on the spot like the rest of his friends could. Dale began to think he wasn't very smart, and that school just wasn't his thing. Needless to say, Dale wasn't excited for 3rd grade. On the first day of school for 3rd grade, the students were introduced to their new teacher, Mr. Rooster. Dale wasn't looking forward to this year. In fact, he had kicked and screamed, practically trying to keep his parents from taking him to school that day. But nevertheless, there he was. And Mr. Rooster seemed like a nice guy, but Dale was worried that the same situation might occur like last year with Mr. Radish. Mr. Rooster began class by letting the students know about his expectations of them and what he hoped to accomplish that year. He said, "I hope you all feel comfortable talking to me. I want to be your friend." Dale just didn't believe that. He thought teachers were supposed to be mean, were supposed to demand things of him, but not be friends. Mr. Rooster sensed Dale's reluctance. One of the first days of class, the students were busy trying to memorize Old MacDonald Had a Farm. They were doing this personally and humming it to themselves as they said the words. Mr. Rooster approached Dale. Dale began to get very worried. He didn't want the same thing to happen like last year. He didn't want to be embarrassed in front of his class. But Mr. Rooster did something that surprised him very much. He listened quietly, looked at Dale and said, "Dale, I think you have a lot of potential. I can tell you're working very hard, and I think you're a very smart pig." This surprised Dale. Teachers never talked to him like this before. Dale started thinking differently about himself. As the year progressed, Dale began to like school more and more. He felt like a very smart pig. Mr. Rooster was very good at giving very specific and sincere praise. "Dale, I'm so glad you show up at class 10 minutes early every single day. I can tell you really want to be here, and that you take your responsibilities very seriously." Things like that made Dale feel great. It made him feel like he wanted to do that thing, like arriving at school early every single day. Dale was beginning to not just like, but love school. Dale's 3rd grade year went by way too fast. He loved every second of it, and Dale felt like a very, very smart pig. Mr. Rooster had become one of his closest friends, something he thought wasn't possible. And Dale had some great aspirations. One day, he wanted to drive a tractor. With Mr. Rooster's encouragement, Dale began looking into some post-secondary education options, even though he was only 3rd grade. High aspirations. The end.